dictate and control our destiny. We're the only college team in the country that is going to get to design what we want for uniforms, practice clothes, shooting shirts. You know, do you want zip-ups? Do you want V-necks? All of that.
We wanted to do a lot of testing before we actually brought the shoes down for you guys, so you should feel confident in knowing that we've had now 3 months of hardcore on-court testing before we even wanted to bring the shoes in the building. My name is Ryan Drew, and I'm the category leader for basketball at Under Armour. So right now, if you cut in your shoe, a lot of times you'll slide to the outside. We're going to be doing something that's completely unique in basketball in that there's been no other company that's ever taken 2 years of just testing on court. So it's a pretty unique concept. It's brand new, nobody's done it, and the feedback that we've got has been unbelievable.
You know, the fact that we get to give them, you know, full input to tell them how things feel, how things look, you know, what we would want to see.
So what I'd like to do is, number one, I wanted to pass out the shoes, but then I also wanted to make sure that I got a little consensus on, hey, you know what, let's take a look at maybe these 3 colorways. And so if we did something with like an all-black shoe with gold pops, maybe you change up the trim to the red and white ticking to get a little red in there. We've taken the last 18 months just to get to where we are today. The process is actually a lot longer because we now spend the next 6 to 12 months making sure that the shoes perform, that they fit right.
You never get to have that kind of say in product that you're wearing. I mean, it's just, it's not heard of.
Under Armour's brand new for basketball, and we need to work with the team to make sure that we're giving them exactly what they need.
You know, the great thing with Under Armour is that they are new to basketball, and you know, that's exciting.
Essentially, we did a couple of sizes. We did 9.5s, we did 11s, we did 13s, and we did 15s. Today, I wanted to make sure that we were working with the team to provide them with service on the new shoes. I want to make sure the shoes fit, I want to make sure the shoes perform, and that they look hot.
This is hot. I mean, it's a trend. It's, you know, we're out there ahead.
And I'm gonna just be no helmet. We must protect this house.
There's definitely, we're very proud. The fact that Kevin Plank, the CEO, the founder of Under Armour, played football here at Maryland.
Open it up, and that's when you just come back.
We will protect this house.
And developed this tremendous product and this gear. And, you know, I think there's just a tremendous sense of pride. And every single time we put on a practice jersey, you know, a uniform, the shoes, the socks, the headbands, there's a connection, and there's a, you know, we feel like we're a united front, and we really feel like we're a team. It's a tremendous partnership, and you know, one that we feel tremendous, you know, privilege to be a part of. You have to understand, I think the biggest lessons that we learn is it's all about adversity. Adversity is either going to work for you or adversity is going to work against you. And we already know when you go on the road, you're going to have a ton of adversity. So understand this. I know tonight when we go out and play and we see all kinds of adversity, I'm already expecting it. I'm already in my happy place, Lynetta. all right? Because we already know we're going to have so much adversity. What I know I can count on in this locker room is the fact that we're going to play through it. We are going to play so much harder than UVA tonight. You know, I was really proud of the first half with our players and the fact that, you know, we faced a lot of adversity in the first half and we were able to play through it as a team. We were all in sync together. They're tired! Go! They're tired! And, you know, I thought we shared the basketball. I thought we did a tremendous job defending and, you know, putting together a very solid first half. Yes! All right, it was a lot of fun, was it not? Tremendous job, all right, with all the adversity that we faced, all right? Absolutely. Do we have anyone in foul trouble going into halftime? Hell of a job. Hell of a job. You know, I'd say before the first media timeout, I knew we were in trouble.
They made a little run. They were going to make runs. We're going to make runs.
Right.
No big deal. You know, we're fine.
The momentum that was turning with UVA, not being able to get back in transition defense, and just watching their confidence grow with each and every possession. This is adversity. What are you going to do to respond? Are you going to play harder than that? This is our game. You got to play harder. In credit to the talent of UVA. I mean, they're just tremendous players. They're great players, and they're very hard and difficult to stop. And you have to stop them by committee. And you know, I thought, you know, we really, you know, individually, we're not able to stop them in the second half, and you know, just needed to find a way to be able to slow them down. But unfortunately, we weren't able to. Wow, really hard, you know, sometimes after a loss to have perspective right away and to put the loss into words.
They went 28-11 in a 7-minute span.
20 what?
28 to 11.
28 to
7-minute
11.
span.
Yeah, they hung 58 on us in the second half. I mean, that's just, you know.
You know, we talked about adversity before the game. When things are going well, hey, adversity works really well for us. But I'll tell you what, in the second half, we let it go against us. And the sad thing is we all went inward. Each and every person went inward in the second half. I can't think of one person, not one of you. And that's what I mean. That's the difference. We didn't play as a team. We did not deserve that win. We got full of ourselves at halftime, and we all went selfishly inward in the second half, each and every one of you. You don't think Florida State's sitting back home, extra day to prepare, ready to go knock out the big three? They already got Duke in overtime. All right, you're next. You're next. All right, so if we want to continue down this path, we'll be next. Quick turnaround. You know, we've got 2 days. Be prepared and get ready to go down to a very difficult place at Florida State. Together. You know, great job. You know, let's go take care of business tonight. All right, everybody just got to be ready to play.
Here you go, beat Florida State. 1, 2, 3, beat Florida State.
FSU to me right now is confident. You know, they're 6-0 in the conference. They're the only undefeated team left.
They beat a lot of ranked teams. They just beat Duke last week, and you know their players have a lot of confidence right now. Let's go.
You know, Lynetta reads an article. It's kind of now become her pregame ritual on the bench. At some point, she'll come over before the start of the game, and it's an article actually I gave the team a while ago, and the article was on toughness. It's encouraging, obviously, when you give those out, you never know who's going to read them, who's going to listen, but to see Lynetta take it to heart and apply those lessons each and every game, and that it had a meaningful impact on her is something as a coach that makes you really proud. You know, love this theme here. All right, love this theme that you guys came up with about teamwork plus heart. Yeah, the slogan, you know, teamwork plus heart equals success, came up. The players they took ownership and they came up with the theme, and we actually challenged them after the UVA game. As we were getting ready for the Florida State Scout, we always have a theme on the end of our Scout, and we left it blank, and we told the team they were going to fill it in, and they came up with it. And, you know, it says a lot, I think, about this team, and every member on it that they understood the message and the lesson from the Virginia game. That we have to, the way to be successful within these games is to play as a team. You have to have a lot of heart. You have to compete for 40 minutes. And when you do those things, great things are going to happen. You're going to be very successful. I want you to think back to when you were a little kid, all right? And you'd go out and you'd play games, all right? Remember when you'd go outside and you'd play whatever games? What were they? Hide and seek? What else? What'd you play outside? Kick the can? Red light, green light? Come on, are any of these familiar?
Red Rover.
Red Rover, Duck, Duck, Goose. Okay, but do you remember, and those are great games, do you remember how competitive you were in those games? All right, you hated to lose. You loved to win. All right, and we have a lot of winners in this locker room, every single one of you. All right, every single one of you is winners, and you came here to compete. That's why you came to the ACC. So is Florida State. They came for a reason as well, to try to establish their program. So you have to understand, tonight is going to be about the battle of wills. And it's going to take 40 minutes collectively for great teamwork and leaving every single thing out there with a lot of heart. You do those things, and you bet we're going to come in here with a lot of success.
Now into the corner, and three-pointer is good.
You have to remember that when you're in situations where adversity is high, that's when you stick together as a team. And you realize that there's no one in the gym but you guys, and you just do what you do best as a team. I was really pleased with the team because I thought we battled, and we fought extremely hard against a very talented Florida State team.
Maryland gets back on defense. The dish to Brevard inside, and a block from Marissa Coleman from behind.
But the thing I loved, is that, when Florida State would make their run.
Monroe, the left-handed jump shot, no good. Lyles had him, but she lost him. Monroe gets it back, and she puts it up and in.
Then we would patiently, work through it and then make a run of our own.
The pass out to Wiley Gaywood for three, and she got it at the buzzer.
I just love the fact that we competed, we were aggressive, and we went as hard as we could for the first 20 minutes of the game.
Toughest to me, just going out there and just playing every game's your last, like you don't have a care in the world pretty much, be willing to sacrifice your body mentally and physically, going out and just playing the hardest that you're capable of playing for 40 minutes.
And that'll be the end of the first half.
That's what we talked about. Hell of a job, first 20 minutes coming out ready to battle. But the question is, are you going to be satisfied? Are you going to be satisfied here in the first half, coming in, keeping the score respectable, or are you going to go out and you're going to go do battle in the second half? If you didn't play the way you want to play in the first half, now it's a new half, and you got to be ready to come out and play. What I will tell you is if you hang around in this game, you are going to watch Florida State get tighter and tighter as the second half goes on. All right? The pressure's on them to win this game. They have to win this game. All right? You got to understand, the pressure, you will watch it be on Florida State. So you got to come out hungry, ready to go get this win. All right?
Let's go, y'all! Let's go!
Here we go, y'all.
20 more minutes.
Let's go, y'all! Let's go, y'all!
Road win. Let's go get a great road win.
Here we go. Here we go. Intensity. 1, 2, 3.
Intensity!
Here we go.
When we were down to 67, 69, I saw Riss putting a lot of ball pressure on the girl that had the ball, and so she put great pressure on it, and then the ball just came loose, and I grabbed it, and I started to go, and I was like, yes or no, we're going to get a layup, and the girl fouled me, so knowing I had to go to the free throw line was definitely a little nerve-wracking. I knew we had to make two.
First shot, nothing but net.
Really, the pressure was on the two free throws. Christy had to step up, and to put us in a position to be successful was to step up and make both free throws, which obviously she did.
Another timeout called by Florida State. 24.6 seconds left to go. Inbound to Brevard, over to Freshour, who will take the point guard duties here in this last possession. She's guarded by Mara Strickland.
We knew that we had to get a stop, and we had to get a rebound because we didn't want them to get either opportunity than be up 2 or 3. And when the shot went up, we missed the rebound, missed the box out, and the big kid, finished with a layup.
It's the rebound and makes the basket. 4.9 left to go.
But I think when that happened, nobody felt down. I think we still believe that, we had, 5 seconds basically left, and we had an opportunity to go the length of the floor. And I think it was a blessing in disguise that we didn't have any timeouts, because I think if we did, they would have been able to set up their defense and things like that. So it was good that we were able to improv, go down the length of the floor, and then create an opportunity.
4 To go. Three. She pulls up for three. It's good! Christy Tolliver knocks down the game-winning shot from the right wing.
Big-time players hit big-time shots. They make big-time plays. And that's what happened. Christy Tolliver, big-time player, made a big-time play.
Maryland bench is going nuts right now. It looked like Christy Tolliver made that one. They're gonna have to go to the replay booth.
After Christy hit the shot, we had to anxiously wait. The officials had to go over to the television monitor. They say that it's normal protocol. They had to make sure that she got the shot off in time, that it was a three.
But what a shot from Christy Tolliver. Let's see what the referees say.
But I knew that I got it off in time, so I was excited. Everybody's excited. I don't think anybody had any doubt that it didn't count.
And it's good.
It's good. Maryland has just pulled off a remarkable victory.
I don't necessarily think of the previous ones that I've made, but I do kind of in a way of the fact that I've been there, I've done that. I know that I'm capable of making a play, making a shot. So I have that inner confidence in myself that I'll be able to make another one. And even earlier this year against Duke, when my three didn't go down, you know, for me it was like, okay, it's not going to happen every time, but I have the confidence to make that play at the end of the game.
The Terrapins come up with a huge win. Florida State with a devastating loss, their first ACC loss of the season. They'll drop to 6-1, Maryland to 5-2. Man, I got to catch my breath. That was one of the best games I have ever seen.
That's why you play to the end, right? I mean, each and every one of you. I mean, you played for 40 minutes. You never gave up on it. You played for 40 minutes. You know, after the win with Florida State, you know, it really gives our team a big boost of confidence. It gives us a lot of momentum, you know, going into now the second half of ACC play. And, you know, we needed a road, you know, a defining win on the road like that. And it really said a lot about our character to bounce back so quickly after a disappointing loss to UVA and to fight for 40 minutes. You know, a team that was undefeated thus far in the conference, you know, very, very successful at home. And it just really says a lot about our team and our progression and really where we're headed. I think you earned yourself a day off. No and we didn't have weights on there, no weights.
Maryland women in Tallahassee taking on 15th ranked Florida State. 4.9 seconds to go. Tied at 69. Tanya Davis-Kane misses the three, but Sierra Brevard is there for the follow. Florida State up 71-79. Last chance. Christy Tolliver nailing the three at the buzzer. That's her specialty. Maryland holds off and beats Florida State 72-71.
You know, after the Florida State game and when we flew back and then, you know, bussed into Comcast Center, the first person that the team met in the tunnel here at Comcast was Laura Harper.
Obviously, I didn't major in art.
And I want to say it was, geez, close to 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning when we arrived back. And, you know, that was after a very long plane flight from Turkey. Had to have some serious jet lag.
I left Istanbul, Turkey. I play there, so I was so excited to leave. I left there about 7 a.m. and I got in at 10 p.m. this time. So that was about 22 hours of flying right then. And they were playing, re-airing some parts of the game. And I said, oh my God, they won, what happened? And I looked at the, you know, play-by-play and I said, Christy did it again. And after being awake for, at this point, it was probably 27 hours that I hadn't slept. And I'm just like, delirious. I felt like I was still a Terp, you know, and I felt just so proud to experience that moment and just like the resilience. And that's just epitomizes what we do here at Maryland. So after I saw that shot, I just knew I had to come and meet the girls.
Aww, yeah.
So I went to CVS, I bought some markers and a poster. I made them a little sign, you know, it just said congrats, but it just showed that I cared. I remember back when the band met us, the one game, I can't remember, I think it was Carolina win, And just having that feeling when we drove in after that long, the charter flight, and just seeing those people stand there waiting for us, it just reminded me, and I wanted to kind of do a reverse type of role for them.
And I'm like, who is that crazy person? We have one rabid fan.
That's what makes Harp so special and what she means to this program.
So if this is going in the locker room, don't worry, I'm putting it in the locker room, but I have to put it in myself.
SportsCenter's Top 10.
Well, we heard that night that it made 2 on the top 10 playlist on ESPN. It was after Kobe, and one of my friends sent me a text message. He said, he's like, you made number 2.
Number 2, Maryland visiting Florida State down by 2.
It's time. Christy Tolliver can work some magic. Tolliver for the win. She got it. Maryland has stunned Florida State.
But you would have made number 1, except for, Kobe Bryant had 61 against the Knicks in Madison Square. And I was like, well, if I had to be, number 2, if I had to be after anybody, it'd be Kobe. So
61 Lakers win.
It was a real cool experience. The next morning, I had my bowling class at 8, and in that class, it's in the stands with a bunch of TVs around. We were all watching ESPN, and when it came on, everybody was really excited. So it was pretty cool. We had the lows, against UVA, and we had to bounce back against Florida State. But now we got to prepare for NC State, and we can't, be on a high of we just beat the number 1 team in the conference, and then have another letdown. We know that. I think that the Florida State game represents, kind of a turning point for this team, and it kind of reminds me of my freshman year, the Carolina win that we had, at Carolina in overtime when Ashley made that shot, and after that, we had our confidence and our swagger. So hopefully, this year will be a reflection of that one.